Hello.
Howdy, what's up?
How's it going? Just viewing your YouTube channel right now. Uh,
Yeah, we're on the YouTube channel right now. I'm doing all right.
good, good. Same here. Just want to go back on some things. I did vote for Trump. Can't say 100% I am a fan. It's my thing is just some of the hypocrisy that comes from the left, things that they have done in the past that, they're blaming Trump for it.
Um, okay, I'll ask you what those things are, but also I would say that what Trump's done in these first few months are the biggest betrayal of any politician in American history, in modern American history, based off his campaign. But we can do the left first.
Okay, well, let's start with government shutdown, right? They're blaming the Republicans because they have both the House and the Senate, and of course the presidency. But when Obama had the 14-day shutdown, where Republicans had the House and Democrats had the Senate, who's to blame in that case?
I mean, for that situation, Obama was negotiating with Republicans from step one. Democrats and Republicans were negotiating. This time around, Republicans will not even try to negotiate. They will not budge on anything whatsoever. Trump said, "Don't negotiate. Do not negotiate." Trump went off the party at Mar-a-Lago with satanic strippers and a bunch of other really creepy stuff down there. So like in that environment, when one side will not negotiate and you lead all three branches of the government, yeah, if you want to pass something with no negotiation, you got to break the filibuster at that point. And Republicans have the power to end the shutdown right now if they wanted to.
But aren't Democrats a filibuster? About the bipartisan party?
Those are the current rules. I mean, if they want to get rid of it, get rid of it.
Well, I mean, it's in all fairness. I
But
mean,
you're saying Democrats are anti-filibuster? They're against it?
no, all I'm saying is that you do have two Democrats that did vote for that bill to pass. So why do other Democrats have this issue? I know there was one Republican that said no, but you do have two Democrats, Fetterman being one of them, who said, "Hey, let's just go for it." So why do these other Democrats have a problem with it?
Well, I mean, Trump has cut cancer research in America by almost half, child cancer research by almost half. He wants to end these subsidies in the Affordable Care Act that are going to increase the healthcare costs for all Americans. So Democrats are saying essentially we gotta keep on helping Americans have lower costing healthcare. And Republicans have no healthcare plan whatsoever. Trump said he has concepts of a plan during that debate. But yeah, Democrats made pretty clear demands on these Obamacare, ACA, Affordable Care Act subsidies. And Republicans are probably gonna pass those eventually. But they just the big thing here is they listen to Trump and Trump only. It serves Trump. It serves the one man. It serves the one party. It serves the one party state they want to have. So like if they, again, if they don't negotiate at all, and I know a couple Democrats like John Fetterman, who just really wants to be a Republican at this point. He's just kind of crazy after he had a stroke and he has a lot of brain damage that kind of, made him switch sides politically, get more paranoid. He has some, beliefs that are a little bit wacky right now. He has a couple of those, but like, yeah, overall, it just, I feel like it's up to the Republicans to actually do their job.
Well, when it comes to Fetterman, not to jump off the topic, out of the topic, but Republicans were saying, "Hey, Fetterman is not fit to serve the state," but Democrats were saying, "Yes, he is. He is perfectly fine." But now it seems that because he's been leaning maybe towards the right a little now, people are saying he's crazy.
No, but the thing
You
is,
see, this
Republicans
is where it comes with the
Republicans said,
hypocrisy.
but Republicans said he had brain damage. He could not be a senator, and now he became a Republican largely because of that brain damage. And Republicans are happy about it. So isn't that kind of funny that they said he has brain damage, and they're like, "Yeah, you have brain damage, and now you're a Republican. Welcome to the team." Isn't that kind of ironic?
It's just funny on both sides. But
I guess so. I
remember,
mean, Fetterman was a big liar too about his positions his entire life. It is funny. He is a terrible guy. He did
but
lie his entire
Republicans
career.
did say, "Hey, be careful with this guy." Let's see, and
I mean, they're the ones that love him.
as far as healthcare and anything that fits that category, I don't think Republicans are against it. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, maybe you can correct me on this. I think Trump don't know if he passed it or is working on passing this, where when it comes to prescription and medicine overall, uh, try and make sure that the U.S. gets the cheapest price or match the same prices that these other countries are getting in. I mean, isn't that a start? You know, to
I'll tell you
having a
why it's not a start. It's a branding technique. He's a con man. So when he did that executive order, Bernie Sanders and Ro Khanna, a Democrat in the Senate and the House, Bernie Sanders is an independent. We know that, but he works with them with Democrats. They said, "Okay, Trump, this executive order, it's not able to work because Congress got to pass a law for that. Congress got to pass a law." So Bernie and Ro Khanna made a bill for that, and they said, "Hey, Trump, help us pass this legislation through. We will make your executive order be an actual law. Get it done." Trump, when it became real, he pulled away from it and went against it. So he campaigned on it, he marketed it, but the moment it was going to become an actual law, he told Republicans to vote against it.
I believe the reason why is, and you know this, you know, whenever Democrats or Republicans want a bill out, there are, you know, for example, the main headline would be, let's use Obama, or you know, the big beautiful bill. Let's use that for example. In these bills, you have other things included, which is the reason why, you know, these people in Congress tend to push back on some of these bills and just take too long for all to agree on it, which I think it's what's happening right now. I think there's enough evidence that the reason why Republicans are pushing back is because, and you're probably tired of hearing this, is because Democrats want to give illegal immigrants Medicaid, which emergency Medicaid is what they're talking about, which is something that, and I'm down for free healthcare. Hell yeah, absolutely. But what happens is that when you have this idea where you want to give um, emergency Medicaid to illegals, I think it just opens the doors to cross the border
When
illegally.
I say
You
this, are
know,
you going to believe it or are you going to go off and continue being a dumbass?
well, I mean, you see that this is. I mean, I have not yet cussed at
Okay,
you.
there is
Where
not one place. There is not one
listen,
place in the
I
law. There
thought
is
we were
not
having a
one place in the
civilized
law.
conversation, but
There is
it is
not one place
surprising
in the
when you're speaking
law.
with a Democrat.
There is not one place in the law that says anything goes to anyone who is not here legally. Do you know that?
Emergency Medicaid, does it exist? Yes or no?
That's not
Uh,
healthcare.
uh, that's that's one of the
That's not giving
reasons.
healthcare to illegal aliens. That's not giving healthcare. That's not healthcare. That's if somebody goes to the ER, we will reimburse you if you take care of them. That is not healthcare.
Who pays for that?
If someone
The
comes dying,
taxpayers.
that is 0.1% of total Medicaid spending. And it's for people who might be here. Maybe they're a tourist even, who gets hurt and they go to the ER, they have a broken bone or something. We just make sure they don't die. That's all we do. We don't
Oh,
give them health
absolutely.
care.
I agree. I agree. I am definitely agreeing with you. But what I said was that something like that would just open doors for people to cross the border illegally. Same thing with birth citizen rights.
So you're saying that if somebody comes across the border and breaks their arm or gets into a car crash, we should not allow them to use a hospital?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that
You, you,
because
you
once you
did you
cross,
did say that.
no, I didn't. I did not say that. I said, okay, well, once you already have crossed and it happens while you're here, of course you're gonna get treated. But let's say you had your problem back in your country and it's gonna cost you a shit ton of money. Now you're gonna cross that border and use the system. Don't you think it's possible? Don't you think it's something that has happened? Maybe it's not recorded, but do you think it's possible?
If
Just
that does
like
happen, it happens at
birth
such a small
citizenship,
amount. It happens at such a small amount, I wouldn't care about it. I just would not care.
every
If
amount,
there's people going through all that
any amount.
trouble,
I would say that any amount hurts the American taxpayer,
there's any
right
amount
or
of
wrong.
shit in a burger you eat because we have fecal matter in burgers when you buy them because it's industrial agriculture and farming. Like, of course, there's going to be shit in every sandwich, but it doesn't
Yeah,
mean you throw out
but
the
don't you
entire
want to avoid
sandwich.
that? But isn't that something you would want to
But
avoid?
you don't want you would not throw out the entire sandwich. You would not throw out your entire grain that you got from somewhere, or like a some type of crop. When you buy feed of any kind for humans or animals, there's going to be insects in there too. There's going to be insects. In milk, there's blood in it. You're not going to not drink milk ever again, right? Over like such a small trace amount of blood in it, right?
I mean, that's a bad analogy.
It's not a bad analogy because in this system so far, we have something that is so minor that you can't even find it. They can't even give an example of this happening. It would be such an edge case out of millions and millions of people in America. Such an edge case. It would probably cost more money to find it than it would be to actually just take care of people if they're hurt in America. Like it's just like when we talk about priorities in America, the fact that we're allowing AI companies to come together to do huge mergers to steal all of our data, to scan our children's faces, to recreate models of them. Okay, we're making a full surveillance state in America, and you people want to focus on 0.1% of Medicaid funding. It's not the conversation, and there's no way. Like the Republicans right now, they want to cut Medicaid. They're against Medicaid. They want to cut Medicaid. They are evil liars in this government shutdown.
They're against Medicaid.
Yes, they have cut Medicaid more than any party in American history. Yes, almost $1 trillion in cuts to Medicaid with the last budget bill.
Yeah, but I mean that cut is it's because again it's all about the federal. They're cutting back on that on people who are finding loopholes in the system. The thing is that they're not
Not
taking it
true.
away
Not
for
true.
complete,
I
and that's
work
where
in
people
policy.
are
I
being
work in
misled.
policy, brother. Fraud in Medicaid is done by companies. It would never be done by the people getting Medicaid because you don't get money from Medicaid. You have a card, you have to get approved by a doctor, and you get cared for by a doctor who then bills Medicaid. 99.9% of the fraud on Medicaid is from big companies, which by the way, Rick Scott, Republican senator from Florida, is one of the biggest Medicaid fraudsters in history. So if they want to get rid of Medicaid fraud, they should get him out of office instantly if they really care about Medicaid fraud.
No, absolutely. They should work
But yeah, they're
on
hypocrites.
anything
They're
and everything
hypocrites.
that's
But
going
okay, I'm
to
sorry. I'm sorry.
that's going to.
Just to reroute, when they say that illegals are getting healthcare, Democrats want illegals to get healthcare. They are talking about a Reagan era policy. A Reagan era. They think Reagan's a cuck liberal now. A Reagan era policy where our doctors treat
Yeah,
people. They don't ask for payment or citizenship because if they did that, the system would fall apart. It would not work. People would die. You come there with a car crash.
yeah,
They say, "Let me see your papers first." It would not work. A Reagan era policy means we take care of everybody, and Republicans are
yes,
against that.
agree,
They want to
agree.
say that we're giving health care to all the illegals in America to make white people in America scared. So they want to just like agree with their propaganda narrative. When they say healthcare,
Let's
healthcare is
not,
healthcare.
let's
You have
not.
healthcare. You have an insurance card. It's not going to the
Yeah,
emergency room
absolutely.
and reimbursing that. But they are liars. That's why they don't. And if Republicans want to take the stance, they want to shut the government down because Democrats want to make sure we give emergency room visits to someone who's in America in a car crash. Under a Reagan era policy, they can do that, but they are stone cold evil liars. This is an evil level of lying. This is true evil. I don't use that word often, but this is pathological. Like it's insane.
Yeah, it was a Reagan policy, absolutely, where you cannot deny emergency medical service to anyone, no matter of their status. But he did not know it was gonna get out of hand.
It never got out of hand. There's no evidence of that.
Oh, mm,
Point
not gonna
zero
argue
one
that.
percent.
I would
You can't argue it because
I
the
would.
funding is so small. It's so small. It doesn't happen that often. No, it's not that big of a thing at all. But they want to
Mm,
fearmonger about it. The AI companies who
yeah,
are currently sucking our resources out, increasing electricity prices by like 50% all across America, those are the enemies. It's not the random immigrants who get hurt when they're here. Most
yeah,
of them legally here.
yeah. Well, there's some things I won't argue because I don't have the numbers in front of me. But I just feel like there's just hypocrisy on both sides, absolutely, but especially now that Trump is president, is just a lot that the left has done that now that it's happening,
I
it's
mean,
become
dude,
chaos. Yeah.
Trump is bypassing Congress to go to war with Nigeria, with Venezuela, bombing Iran. He is funding foreign wars more than freaking Biden did after trying to win
Yeah.
on a ticket of peace and saying Liz Cheney should be put in front of a firing squad. He's pardoning the leader of Binance who literally laundered money for
Yeah.
cartels and terrorists, okay, and pled guilty to it. He's giving him a pardon because Trump is financially profiting from it with his companies. Donald Trump is building a ballroom and having Mar-a-Lago sex parties while 40 million Americans are losing their health insurance, and he won't even negotiate with the other side in politics. The master negotiator, this guy jacking himself off all the time, not even a master debater, is actually insane. It's insane how much shit he can do to people. He said he was not going to cut Medicaid. He cut Medicaid. He said he was not going to touch Social Security. They want to cut Social Security when they get the chance to. He said he would not do any of this stuff. The trade war with China, like they killed our soybean production. Trump comes crawling back to China. Not only did we get nothing out of this whole trade war with China, but Trump had to come on his hands and knees like a little bitch and say, "Please, Xi Jinping, please, China, please let our soybean farmers sell to you, please." And for no reason whatsoever, Trump has taxed Americans billions of dollars out of this shit. And now, to get our soybean market back, we are giving China advanced AI chips. Out of this entire trade war Trump did, the art of the deal, that dickhead, is now giving... somehow China won a trade war. They didn't even fight. They did not even fight. Trump hurt himself in his own confusion. Like that freaking Pokemon move, bro. Like, the shit is crazy.
When it comes to you did mention something about having a war with some of these countries, Nigeria, Venezuela, without Congress giving the okay. He's not going to war directly with some of these countries. It's more of the cartels, the drug traffickers and stuff like that. It's just like a mission per se,
He's
which
murdering
is it is.
civilians, man. He's murdering civilians on random boats.
There's two sides to that story. Some say they were traffickers. Some say they were civilians, innocent civilians.
They can't
You're good or bad,
ID any person on these boats. They can't name one person on these boats. They can't name what kind of drug was on these boats. And by the way, on one strike, 2 people survived it. These are people that we're striking them with our military. So that needs to be an imminent threat to America under even an argument for national security, for like executive action and all that kind of stuff. These 2 individuals were detained by our Coast Guard, I'm pretty sure, and taken back to their country of origin. So these people are so dangerous that they work with their countries on being gang members and bringing these terrible weapons of mass destruction to America with fentanyl, which is not even produced in like Venezuela. Fentanyl's not made there. It's made in Mexico and China. But we can blow them up. But if we detain them, we're going to send you back? And I know why they sent them back, by the way. It's because we don't have any ID on them. We don't have any name on them. And if they brought them back, everyone would see they are killing innocent people. And maybe there's some people carrying drugs. That is not enough to get struck. If you're carrying marijuana and cocaine on your boat, that is not enough to get blown up by our drones and by the American military. I just don't know how anybody would be okay with that, man.
I mean, people dying is never okay no matter the circumstances. It's just measures the government takes, and it's not just us. It's every other country,
Yeah, but why
any
not
government.
charge these
Yeah.
people? Why did America not charge them? Why did they just send them home if they detained them?
Well, that's a good question.
Well,
That's a good
okay.
question, and I don't have the answer to that question. But all right,
Well, if you
cool,
do
man.
get the answer, call back in, okay? If you do get the
Yeah.
answer.
Well, there's a couple of things I'm taking notes, so I will be calling you back for
I got you. I
some of these
appreciate it.
things.
No, I appreciate you calling. I appreciate
Yeah.
you. I appreciate
Hey,
it. Yeah.
no problem. Thanks for the time, and
Yeah, thanks, man.
it was. Hey, but let's next time a caller comes in talking to you nicely. Let's avoid the cussing. You did call me a dumbass, but
Oh, no, no. Okay.
uh,
Those are for the TikTok clips. No, those are for the TikTok clips, dude. Those are for the TikTok clips. And I called Trump a dumbass. I didn't
okay,
call you a dumbass. I didn't call you a dumbass.
okay,
But yeah,
cool.
those
All right,
modes are always
man.
for the TikTok clips. Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, have a
Yeah.
good night, though.
All right, man. You have a good one. Take care.
All
Good
right,
talk.
you too. See you.
All right. Bye.